Hey everyone, welcome to episode 15 of the Nerd Herders. I'm Rich.
And I'm Christian.
If you didn't notice, we've got somebody else here. Nick is dead. So like Gene Siskel, we've already replaced him. You're going to be our roper.
Here I am.
But in all seriousness, Nick's on vacation, so Christian's filling with us. You may have heard us mention Christian before in the past as another member of Over the Beer. He's currently working on a new project for us right now, which we should hopefully have some updates on that soon. But for now, he's going to guest host this episode with me.
That I am.
And if you guys didn't already know, this is the Over a Beer channel, so we do have every episode over a beer. Today's beer, we are drinking Funky Buddha's Nib Smuggler.
A chocolate milk porter.
Yes. We have a picture of a badass looking pimp cow driving a boat with a bunch of money and some sacks of nibs. So the money, he's got a little police coming after him. This is one of those, I saw the label and you can't not buy it.
It literally looks like a GTA 5 screenshot.
With a cow. So, cheers.
Very interesting.
Now, you are not a beer drinker.
I am not.
So, I love this beer. What are your thoughts?
You know what? I literally had like maybe 3 beers, and 2 of them you gave them to me. So, to be honest, this is actually pretty good. I actually like this a lot.
Awesome. So, Nib Smuggler. Christian, a non-beer drinker, recommends, and me, a beer drinker, recommends. So, like to start off every episode, we are doing the news stories. So, these are the top 5 news stories of the week. Christian has no idea what they're going to be.
Not at all.
So, let's just dive right in. First one I've got on here is that we got a new Deadpool trailer.
Yes, we did.
We got a green band trailer, we got a red band trailer. You've watched them, I assume?
I've seen the Green Band trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch the Red Band yet.
Okay. What are your initial thoughts? Because I like Deadpool as a character. I'm not too familiar with the comic books. But I've had a lot of friends who are, and so I'm familiar with the character and kind of how he's characterized, I guess,
Right.
for lack of a better word at the moment. Everything I've seen so far of the Deadpool stuff, I'm really excited about. It looks really good. But I'm curious, as somebody who has read Deadpool,
Yes.
is what their take is on this trailer. What we've seen so far.
Well, to be honest, I am an avid Deadpool comic book reader. And truth be told, I'm excited for this movie. I am a hell of a lot more excited than when I heard that Deadpool was in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm very excited for it. I like the humor in it. I like the fact that it is an R-rated movie, so we're going to get the Deadpool we deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you?
I like it. I saw Star Wars again the other day in IMAX, and there was like an IMAX Deadpool trailer.
Oh, nice.
And it was just sort of like, it was like a "This is your brain" thing, and he had pulled up a chimichanga, and it was like, well, no, it's chimichanga, and it pulls out, and it's like, "This is your brain" on IMAX, and it was like a giant table-sized chimichanga he had. So like that kind of humor, the references and stuff that I have seen people constantly make for Deadpool seem to all be there.
Right.
So from what you've seen, it feels very much like Deadpool.
Oh yes, very much.
Okay.
The only thing that I haven't seen, as you know, if any of you have actually read Deadpool, is that he has like 2 voices in his head.
Okay.
But again, that trailer may not show us that, to leave for the movie, or maybe just not. It would be nice if they included it, but if not, I have total faith that Ryan Reynolds is going to do justice, because he is treating it like, hey, I'm a superhero, I have powers, I can do whatever the hell I want. So I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Next piece of news, moving right along here. Halloween franchise. The movie franchise. Are you familiar at all with?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, I've seen the Rob Zombie ones.
Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't seen those.
Well, the Dimension Films, who own the rights for Halloween, I think since Halloween 6, I want to say,
Okay.
no longer has those.
Really?
So it's up for grabs right now. They're looking for a new distributor, a new company to have it, which presents a lot of interesting theories going around right now. There for a while was Halloween 3, for lack of a better term, a follow-up to Rob Zombie's films, or is going to be a follow-up to Halloween 3. There's a lot of different back and forth of what the next Halloween film is going to be.
Right.
And the 2 writers of Saws, like the remaining Saws 4 and on, were supposed to be involved with it, and they're no longer involved with it. There's been a lot of studio stuff back and forth. But there's been a lot of speculation of if somebody like New Line picked it up, or Paramount picked it up, or somebody who also owns rights to Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th or things like that would be able to then do a long one and crossover with Freddy and Jason.
Well, okay. So, would they pick it up? Yes, I would absolutely love a crossover between the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
However, the newer, like Freddy and Jason movies, I was not a fan of. Of those two, I actually kind of enjoyed Nightmare on Elm Street because that was like my first experience with Freddy Krueger. Obviously,
Really?
Yeah, obviously I knew like who he was, but I never saw an actual like Nightmare on Elm Street until that
You
one.
need to go back.
Oh, I have.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. Like out of the two of those, Nightmare on Elm Street's okay, but then I watched the original and I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
The original's a bit better.
I hate the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. I like the most recent Friday the 13th a lot because it is, if you play it as a sequel, it works. It's not really much of a reboot.
Okay.
It very much. But again, I mean, it is what it is. We got Freddy versus Jason at one point, which I'm a big fan of. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
I have, yes.
So I would be curious to see if they would be able to pull something like that off, or if, because I know Robert Englund has said he's not going to do.
Like he's done.
He's basically done. There was something where it was going to be like his last time donning like the Freddy makeup and stuff.
Okay.
So I'd be curious if they would even be able to get him back if they were to do a crossover film involving Freddy, or if it would be between Michael Myers and Jason because they're both silent killers and how that would go. But that was kind of a big thing that happened recently. Next thing we have coming up is, because like always we can't go a single episode without talking about Star Wars. Star Wars just passed $1 billion.
Okay.
$1 billion in sales in 12 days. It beat Jurassic World's record of 13. It broke a lot of opening box office records, so this is kind of the next big thing that was going to potentially happen. And it has also not opened in China yet, as of this recording.
Yeah.
So,
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. It's big.
All right. So unlike you and Nick, I actually am not a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Like I like the movies.
And this is spoiler free.
Okay.
Spoiler free right now.
Spoiler free. I'm not a big fan of Star Wars. However, I do like the movies for what they are. They are, sci-fi opera movies. That's one of the reasons why I liked Mass Effect so much, because it's like the same type of themes. And I went to go see Force Awakens, and I absolutely loved it. Again, I had some issues with it as well,
Yeah.
but it was overall a great movie. However, damn that Star Wars hype train.
Yeah,
It is humongous and it is everywhere. And again, good movie, but all right, it's like Christmas. We saw it.
No, I'm still on the hype train, man.
Oh yeah.
I've seen it 3 times. Already plans to see it 4th and 5th time. I know my cousin just saw it like 4 days ago for the first time as of this recording, and she's already seen it like 4 times. She went on a Friday night, and then went again she went on a Thursday night, went again on a Saturday morning, and then went again on Sunday morning, and then went again, I think, last night. Or tonight, she's going again. So she's like riding this thing, I'm riding this, I mean, I'm on board for this hype train.
Yeah, again, great movie, and this would be one of maybe 5-6 movies that I actually want to see in the movie theater again.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go see it in IMAX 3D because that's how I saw it first. It's a fantastic experience, but just one more time. That's all I need. And again, it's no surprise that Star Wars has passed $1 billion, seeing as we've been waiting for this movie since, let's face it, Episode 6. Like.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, we're at $1 billion now. Like we said before, it hasn't even opened in China yet. The second biggest film market, roughly second or third biggest film market behind ours. What's it gonna do? I mean, this thing's gonna have legs for.
It's gonna be a while.
They just put out, I believe April 5th is the Blu-ray release date. They did just drop that.
Okay.
So I'll be curious to see if this thing, how long it goes strong now that we know that. If people are like, oh, I'll just wait a couple months, or if it's gonna keep on going.
Oh, the way that it's going, like especially with the diehard Star Wars fans like you guys, where you guys are seeing it literally 4 or 5 times, I think it's gonna go well into maybe end of February, early March, until they're like, all right, enough is enough. So.
All right. Now you mentioned Mass Effect.
I did.
We got a bit of Mass Effect news.
Sweet.
I don't know if you've heard this or not.
No, I have not.
The director, one of the directors of Mass Effect Andromeda, Chris Wynn, has left BioWare.
Okay.
So we're a year out from the release of this game, and the director has left BioWare.
Ooh. Well, okay.
So thoughts? That to me does not look. Not I don't even play Mass Effect, but as somebody looking in from the outside, this does not look good.
I mean, just because somebody leaves doesn't mean that it's exactly.
No, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But.
Ooh, I don't know.
When this has been in development for how many years at this point?
Since 3, I would say.
3 came out
in 2011.
2011, so
I think 2012.
For the last 3, 4, 5 years, this thing's been in development probably. And a year before it comes out, the director's like, we're part ways. To me, this is like Amy Hennig leaving Uncharted.
Okay.
Like this, to me, kind of strikes that a similar thing to that, which we still haven't played Uncharted 4 yet either.
Right.
And it was in capable hands in Naughty Dog there, but that struck trouble to me too. This strikes trouble to me for BioWare and for Mass Effect.
I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be one of those like Edgar Wright and the Ant-Man film parted ways, and then the Ant-Man still turned out to be fantastic. I think it'll be like in some form his vision. It is a little concerning that he is like was there any reasoning behind it, or just great differences? Or
from what
just,
I saw, it was just sort of like, we had, sorry to part ways, wish all the best. Like it was just a very kind of generic like tweet he had.
So it wasn't like a Hideo Kojima like, oh no, I'm out.
No, it wasn't like there. From what I've seen, I think this just broke today or yesterday. There hadn't seen any drama about it. It's just kind of been like a, oh, sorry to say, I'm leaving BioWare. Best of luck, best wishes to everybody there.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Just we can't really judge it. We can't really judge it until we see like at least some sort of gameplay on it. But yeah, it does leave me a little bit concerned. It leaves me a little nervous.
Because I know you and Nick both are big Mass Effect.
I am. I actually got 1, 2, and 3, and then when the trilogy edition came out, I bought that just to have like the box set of it, kind of like with like my Lord of the Rings, where like I have 1, 2, and 3 DVD, Blu-ray, and then the special edition box set. So, it's one of my babies, and I hope it's okay.
So hopefully, we'll get some more updates on that soon. Last bit of news, it's kind of Star Wars related, not really.
Okay.
Daisy Ridley, who was Rey in Star Wars Force Awakens, if you guys don't know. For me, I thought she was fantastic in that film.
Oh, yeah, she was great.
She is going to be doing a voice in the new Ghibli release.
Ghibli?
Studio Ghibli?
No idea what
of Spirited Away.
Oh, yes. Okay, gotcha.
They're finally putting out, I don't know if you talked about this on the news before this happened, before we started the show or not. A film from 1991 by Takahata that never got released in the U.S. called Only Yesterday. Disney never put it out because it was a little more mature. I haven't seen it. It's about like this girl in her late 20s kind of looking back on her life as like a teenager. And I think it deals with some more like coming of age, female perspective type things. And Disney never really put it out. G4 Kids or 4 whatever they're called. They did the last few Ghibli releases, is putting it out. But they announced that she is going to be voicing the main character of it for the English release.
Okay.
Now I'm one of those people who I don't like dubbing. I prefer to watch every foreign movie in its foreign language. Disney's always been really good about dubbing Ghibli films.
Right.
Even G4. I'm gonna mess up the name. The studio that's been putting out. They did. When Marty was there, they did Up on Poppy Hill. The studio that's doing this, I've seen them in the theaters as they come out, and they've all been English releases.
Okay.
Just because you don't see a lot of American or foreign Ghibli films come out in their native language.
Okay.
And they've done a fairly good job. They've gotten good talent. This excites me to see her doing this. playing what's supposed to be another very strong kind of female role, and I'm really excited to see her already getting momentum and becoming big.
Oh, for sure.
She's, if you haven't seen The Force Awakens yet, she is great in it.
She's fantastic. After, again, not a huge Star Wars fan, but my biggest applause would be to her. Daisy Ridley can be anything. If there's going to be a new Tomb Raider movie, she needs to be in it. She needs to be Lara Croft.
Well, we said that on an episode a while back, and I'm watching this movie, and she's got the accent, she's got the look, and as soon as you see her in this, I'm like, yep.
Yeah,
totally pull something
as soon as you see that, and you play the new Tomb Raider, the Square Enix Tomb Raider games, or even Rise of the Tomb Raider, that is her. So yes, put her in everything.
I'm very excited to see where her career goes.
Yeah.
So this was kind of the thing that was wow, she's already, it's still within, within, I guess it's not really Disney because it's not Disney putting this one out, but Disney tends to be Ghibli, but it's consistent.
That's good.
Any final thoughts on the news before we wrap this up?
No, you definitely educated me on some things that I had no idea about. Lord help us all with Mass Effect. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But
again, we can't say anything for sure, but it's might be cause for concern, might not. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see next year. But if you want to reach out to us, let us know in the comments below things we missed, your thoughts on any of these. You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Rich Belson. Do you have a Twitter, Christian?
I actually don't have a Twitter yet.
Christian's lame.
But hopefully by the time this comes out, there'll be a Twitter handle right here.
Maybe. If not, I'll just put no Twitter, lame, something. I'll mark you. I'll make sure you mark
There's going to be a
it.
Twitter handle right here.
Yeah, we'll see. You can find the channel on Twitter at oabeer_official. You can also email us at overbeerofficial@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/overbeer. If you like these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment, share with your friends. I would love to give you a custom YouTube URL, but unfortunately we can't yet. We need 100 subscribers to do that, to make a custom YouTube URL. We need 75 more of you guys. So if you like these, please make sure you subscribe. If you're watching this on Facebook or somewhere else, if you hover over the video, it'll bring up the name. You click on that, it'll bring you to the YouTube page. So if you're on this YouTube, there's a little subscribe button down here below the video. You can click subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. So if you like these, again, please share with your friends, subscribe to our channel. And any feedback that you have for us, we always love to hear. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.